Elon Musk recently shocked the industry by firing the entire Tesla Supercharger team of around 500 employees in what seemed to be a spur-of-the-moment decision. But why did Elon Musk do this, and what does this mean for the future of Tesla's Supercharger network? Follow along as I share some information from insiders that helps explain this move. I'm John, and this is Cleaner Watt. Tesla has been rapidly expanding their supercharger network for over a decade now, and as of the end of Q1 2024, Tesla had 6,249 supercharger locations and 57,579 individual superchargers. In just Q1 of 2024 alone, Tesla brought 297 stations online, which accounted for 2,687 new superchargers. In addition, Tesla's charger design has become the new charging standard for North America, and pretty much every major automaker has pledged to switch over to NACS in North America in the near future. With all of this recent success, and with the Tesla Supercharger network actually being one of Tesla's best assets, Tesla firing the entire team came as a shock to myself and, of course, many others. But while the decision seemed to be pretty rash, it's actually part of a much larger, broader decision that Elon Musk previously announced. So I want to step back just for a minute, talk about the broader picture, and then we'll talk about the specific firing of the Supercharger team. So in this Electrek article that was published on April 15th, entitled "Tesla Lays Off More Than 10% of Its Global Workforce," a company-wide email that was sent by Elon was included in this article, and in that email it was written, quote, "Over the years, we have grown rapidly with multiple factories scaling around the globe. With this rapid growth, there has been duplication of roles and job functions in certain areas. As we prepare the company for our next phase of growth, it is extremely important to look at every aspect of the company for cost reductions and increasing productivity. As part of this effort, we have done a thorough review of the organization and made the difficult decision to reduce our headcount by more than 10% globally. There is nothing I hate more, but it must be done. This will enable us to be lean, innovative, and hungry for the next growth phase cycle. I would like to thank everyone who is departing Tesla for their hard work over the years. I'm deeply grateful for your many contributions to our mission, and we wish you well in your future opportunities. It is very difficult to say goodbye. For those remaining, I would like to thank you in advance for the difficult job that remains ahead. We are developing some of the most revolutionary technologies in auto, energy, and artificial intelligence. As we prepare the company for the next phase of growth, your resolve will make a huge difference in getting us there. Thanks, Elon." In addition to that email, as a reply to Farzad on X.com, Elon wrote, quote, "About every 5 years, we need to reorganize and streamline the company for the next phase of growth." So Elon Musk's firing of the Supercharger team is a part of the broader picture of Tesla laying off more than 10% of its global workforce. I want to dive into some insider details that really shares why I believe Elon Musk fired the entire Supercharger team. But before I do that, this portion of today's video is sponsored by Joa, providers of quality accessories designed for your Tesla. If you currently own or are about to purchase a Tesla Model 3, Y, S, or X, Joa has many must-have accessories for your Tesla. One of those must-have accessories are their foldable trays, which can be used while you are parked to create a great work surface for a laptop, food, or whatever, and when you are done, they conveniently fold up and can be stored in a Model 3 or Y front trunk or under the seats of a Model X or Y. But that's just one of the great accessories that Joa offers. They also offer other great accessories like their center console tray organizers, all-weather floor liners, a wireless game controller, and more. Find these and many other great accessories for your Tesla by going over to joa-life.com/cleanerwatt, and using this link will automatically load in the discount code CleanerWatt, which will save you 5% off your purchase. I will put this link in the video description below, and do note that I do earn a commission on any Joa purchase you make using this link, which does help support this channel. Okay, when it comes to why Elon Musk fired the entire Supercharger team, this Reuters article was published on May 15th, and in this article it was written, quote, "The day before Elon Musk fired virtually all of Tesla's electric vehicle charging division last month, They had high hopes as charging chief Rebecca Tanucci went to meet with Musk about the network's future. 4 former charging network staffers told Reuters. After Tanucci had cut between 15 and 20% of staffers 2 weeks earlier, part of much wider layoffs, they believed Musk would affirm plans for a massive charging network expansion. The meeting could not have gone worse. Musk, the employees said, was not pleased with Tanucci's presentation and wanted more layoffs. When she balked, saying deeper cuts would undermine charging business fundamentals, he responded by firing her and her entire 500-member team. Now, obviously, Tesla still has a supercharger network to run, and they're still going to be slowly expanding that out. So they still need a team, and when it comes to who's going to take over those responsibilities, according to this article, it looks like Tesla's energy team is going to be taking over supercharger duties. With that being said, it looks like Tesla may actually be hiring back a few key people from the supercharger team that were apparently deemed necessary to move forward. Apparently, at the very least, Tesla has hired back the director of charging for North America. But as it's written here, quote, it's not clear just how many people from the supercharger team have been or will be rehired. Nonetheless, this reminds me of something that Elon Musk did when he went to Twitter. He fired a bunch of the staff, and then he hired back a few people that were deemed necessary when everything was really in transition there. So I believe this is what Elon Musk did here. He fired the entire team. He figured out what was necessary by shifting roles over, and then he hired a few of those people back. Now, with that being said, I do want to say here that I'm not heartless. I do feel for those who lost their jobs. 500 people losing their jobs just in the supercharger network team alone. That's huge. And that can be very devastating for those who lost their jobs, especially so suddenly. Although I do feel bad for those who lost their jobs, and it's never easy once again to lose your job, I do also understand what Elon Musk is doing here. But I came across a live stream on the Smart America YouTube channel, and Joseph Barletta on April 30th explained from an insider's view of why possibly Elon Musk fired the supercharger team. For a little bit of background, Smart Charge America is a Tesla certified charger installer that has been working with Tesla installing destination chargers and at-home chargers for the last 12 years. Within that, Joseph gave some insights into some of the inefficiencies of the supercharger team, and it looks like at least on the destination side, the team was becoming very bureaucratic and inefficient. So with that being said, here are a few quotes from that Smart Charge America YouTube video. You look at the time, effort, energy, and resources that it takes to put charging stations in the ground. If I'm putting in a massive 16-stall supercharger in the ground, and it takes 6 to 9 months to be able to do that, but it costs me somewhere around $30,000 per port, okay, that's generally right around maybe where Tesla was. Then Joseph went on to explain when it comes to the destination chargers, quote, they looked at the same exact procedurals and they overlayered that with destination chargers, which are level 2 chargers. Those sites were also taking 6 to 9 months to come online. Joseph added, Smart Charge America, this is all that we do. We have over the years learned how to do it a lot more efficient, a lot faster, a lot cheaper, and so our average time is about 24 days from start to finish, getting your project in averaging somewhere around $7,000 per port on the commercial side. With the Tesla Destination Charge program, the way that they layered the supercharger procedural base on top of that, what we essentially got was, hey, these projects have taken 9 to almost 14 months to actually get done. So basically, Joseph is saying a project that should take less than a month is taking 6, 9, or even up to 14 months to complete, which is of course extremely inefficient because of all the layers of requirements that were added that are completely unnecessary for destination chargers. Once again, level 2 chargers. Within that, of course, Elon Musk was looking for inefficiencies within the company, and apparently this is one of the inefficiencies that he saw. On that topic, in that video, Joseph said, quote, I think if you had a higher up executive like an Elon come in and see what was going on in that sector, I would be pissed. I would sit there and be like, wait, so it takes us $30,000 average per port to put in a supercharger site in 3 months' time, and we're getting faster with a prefabricated units. You're telling me that you guys have been working on destination level 2 charging stations, and it's been taking 14 months, and the price per port somewhere upwards of $10,000? What's going on here? So within that, I believe this is something that Elon Musk came across and saw an inefficiency like this, and there probably were other inefficiencies as well, and he pushed Rebecca Tanucci to make some cuts, and she was not willing to make the cuts that he desired. Now, I do understand why Rebecca was hesitant to cut so many people, and it's not easy to do that. But I do understand also that Elon Musk likely saw this inefficiency and other inefficiencies, and he wanted to make sure that he keeps Tesla extremely lean and efficient. Beyond that inefficiency, it looks like there have been some delays in Tesla actually rolling out their V4 superchargers, and there have been some V4 superchargers installed, but they're not actually capable of the full amount of power that should be available. So there probably are some inefficiencies and problems with that program as well that Elon Musk saw, and I'm not privy to those details. But apparently there were other things that Elon saw, and he really wanted to tighten up the team. So with that being said, what does this mean for the NACS charging standard in general and for the Tesla supercharging network? Well, yes, the abrupt way that this was handled was not ideal, and it did leave a lot of automakers, contractors, and other business owners in a bad and confusing situation. With the supercharger director back on board and possibly a few other key employees, and with the energy team taking over a lot of those efforts, the NACS standard is going to continue on, and the supercharging network, I believe, will stay very reliable. Tesla still plans to, at a slower pace, yes, but still expand their supercharger network. Yes, the cut was very abrupt, but it will force the company to be much more efficient. And once again, Tesla can always hire back and add more talent in the future to fill in the gaps. But really, those gaps are only shown when you actually make a big change like this, and then you can come back and assess this and see what is absolutely necessary to keep this very efficient. Do let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd also like to say once again, thank you to Joa for sponsoring this video. Once again, make sure that you click that link in the video description to find out what Joa has to offer and the great accessories for your Tesla that Joa has. I'd also like to say once again, thank you to all of those of you who support me through Patreon. Your support makes a big difference and does help make these videos possible. If you'd like to find out more about how you can support my work through Patreon, I will put a link in the video description. Thank you so much.